you, Ida?
Don't mention it, Mum. I'll tell Mrs. Tubury, Mum.
Oh, you need not.
She's in the bath.
There is no need.
Baby.
Will you let me speak, girl? There is no need to disturb Mrs. Toop. I wanted to see the vicar.
Oh, he's in the garden.
Well, then will you?
Gardening.
Tell him I'm here, will you?
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. Oh, what an expression.
I know, isn't it awful? I get it from her.
Her whom?
Mrs. Toop. She's a caution.
That will do, Ida. Ida, after you've told the vicar I am here to kindly take my bicycle round to the garage, I believe we're going to have some rain.
Yes, Mum.
And Ida, don't ride it. Wheel it.
Yes, Miss Gillen.
Oh, very well, Ida. I didn't know you could ride a bicycle, Ida.
Oh.
Good afternoon, Miss Gillen. I'm so sorry I wasn't in to receive you, but Penelope did mention that you were coming to tea.
I have not come for tea, Mr. Toop. I wanted to see you.
Oh, yes, certainly, but tea is here, so won't you join us? Do sit down. Penelope! Penelope! Oh, it's no use. Once Penelope begins her exercises, she's lost to the world. We'll begin, shall we?
Mr. Toop, I am hurt.
Oh dear, where?
I am hurt. Grieved.
I am sorry, Miss Gillen. I'm afraid I cannot offer you sugar.
No tea, thank you. Mr. Toop, I would be most grateful if I could have your undivided attention for just 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Why, of course, Miss Gillen, certainly. 5 minutes.
It's the church decorations for the Harvest Festival.
What is?
Mr. Toop, have you been dissatisfied with my contribution to the church decorations in the past?
No, I don't think so. Why?
You will remember that I have always decorated the church for both the Easter and the Harvest Festivals. It has always been considered my little effort. Why, I have decorated the pulpit since...
Time immemorial, yes, I know.
Not quite so long as that, Mr. Toop.
Oh, no, of course not. Do go on.
This afternoon, I arrived at the church to do my little bit, and what do I find? The pulpit has already been decorated behind my back.
No, who would dare do such a thing?
No one would tell me, but I have my suspicions. I have nothing against you, Mr. Toop. We have always been the best of friends, have we not?
Oh, yes, undoubtedly. I do have some tea.
No, thank you. Wonderful friends. Everyone knows that, and that is why I hope what I'm going to say... I'm sorry, I find it rather hard to concentrate with that dreadful... your lovely wife singing.
Oh, yes, it is a little distracting. I'll ask her to, Penelope! Penelope!
Oh, is that you, Lionel?
Yes, dear.
Ask Ida to bring the tea in, will you?
Oh, the tea is already in, dear.
Oh, go easy on the muffins.
Penelope, Miss Gillen is here.
Who?
Miss Gillen.
What about her?
She's here.
Oh.
Do hurry down, dear. Miss Gillen is hurt.
Good. I mean, I'm terribly sorry.
Such a keen sense of humor. Now, Miss Gillen, where were we? Oh, yes, of course, the pulpit.
Mr. Toop, I will come right to the point. I have reason to believe that the pulpit was decorated behind my back by Mrs. Toop.
Oh, dear, yes, that's most awkward.
I have nothing against Mrs. Toop personally, though there are those who do not think it quite the thing for the vicar's wife to be seen in the village wearing trousers, even in these times. But we must remember Mrs. Toop was an actress, an American actress, before she married you.
Mrs. Toop was also the niece of a bishop before I married her, Miss Gillen, and still is.
Of course, but the stage, a curious profession.
Miss Gillen! Oh, you must forgive this, Miss Gillen, but well, I'm straight from the bath.
Of course! One does get so dirty decorating the pulpit, doesn't one?
Oh, great. Well now. Mwah. Who has been Mother?
Mother?
I mean, who poured out the tea? I'm dying for a cup, but I'm frightfully superstitious. And the English have a saying that if two people pour from the same pot, it's the sign of a row.
Oh.
Or that one of the pourers is going to have a baby. And we don't want one yet, do we, Lionel?
Penelope, please.
And I'm sure Miss Gillen doesn't.
Mrs. Toop!
I poured.
By the way, darling, do you think Mr. What's-his-name will mind?
Mr. What's-his-name, really, Penelope?
Oh, you know, darling, Mr. Your friend is coming to take the service for you tomorrow.
You mean Humphrey?
Yes, of course, Mr. Humphrey.
Mr. Humphrey is not a friend of mine. I have never even met the man, Penelope.
Oh, Well, do you think he'll mind?
Will he mind what?
Darling, we ran rather short of chrysanthemums. I'm afraid the entire pulpit is mostly decorated with turnips and leeks.
Oh.
Now, Miss Gillen, more tea?
No tea, thank you.
Oh. Well, what have I done wrong now?
Penelope.
No, there's no use pretending that I haven't dared and strayed. The air is simply charged with righteous indignation.
Now, Lionel.
Will you be a good little boy and run along, and then Miss Skillet and I can both let our back hair down and scratch each other's eyes out.
I did not come to see you, Mrs. Toop. I merely wanted to have a little talk with the vicar.
It is the most exasperating fact, Miss Skillen, that after every one of your little talks with my husband, he and I have one hell of a row.
Penelope, I'm sure that Miss Skillen only wishes to be helpful. She has known the villagers far longer than you have, and she hears more of their gossip than you do.
Yeah, say she does.
Mr. Toop, I will not stay here to be insulted. Mrs. Toop, you have been in this village for nearly a year now. In all that time, I have never done anything but try to befriend you.
Oh, then it must be my fault. I'm sorry, Miss Skillen. Well, the fact remains that every time we meet, I'm seized by this wild desire to leap into the village green, tear off all my clothes, and dance the hula hula.
Well, if you did, we might be shocked. But I do not think we should be surprised.
Oh, well, what is it this time? The soldier in the jeep?
No, Penelope, it is not. As a matter of fact, Miss Skillen mentioned that to me yesterday. It was a most unfortunate incident.
Do you call waving to a soldier in a jeep an unfortunate incident?
It is what others might call it that matter, Mrs. Toop. You not only waved, you yoo-hooed.
Yoo-hooed? Well, so I did.
Did you know that soldier, Penelope?
No, not from Adam. In fact, I hardly had time to notice him. He just waved and yoo-hooed, so I waved and yoo-hooed back. Didn't I, Miss Skillet?
Well, it's hardly conduct suitable for a vicar's wife, surely.
Well, I am sorry, darling, but there are times that I forget that I am the vicar's wife and behave like an ordinary human being.
Penelope, now I...
Darling, if we are going to have a row, we are not going to have it in front of Miss Skillet.
Oh, you need not worry about me, Mrs. Toop. I am going. Good day, Mr. Toop.
Miss Skillen, I can't say how sorry I am.
Don't think about it. I hope I can forget and forgive. I like to think I'm broad-minded.
I'm sure you are, Miss Skillet.
Penelope, I'll show you to your bicycle.
Thank you. I am perfectly capable of mounting by myself.
Yeah! Ida!
Yes, Mom?
You can clear away the tea things now, Ida.
Yes, Mom. Somebody hasn't drunk all their tea.
You can take it away, it's mine, I don't want it.
Hey, you haven't had no muffin. You haven't been letting her upset you, have you, Mom? You know why she's got a knife into you, don't you, Mom?
I think so, Ida.
And so does everybody. Well, I'll say this for her. She tried hard enough, but if she had landed him, it would have been God help it.
Penelope, I am ashamed.
I knew! Off we go! One of these days, I am going to strangle that woman. What did she actually come about this time? Anyway, I never did find out.
It appears that you have decorated the pulpit for the Harvest Festival.
Well, what about it?
Well, the pulpit has always been Miss Skillen's territory.
Oh, Lionel, darling, I didn't do it on purpose, I swear. Of course, that old cow would never believe it.
Penelope, I must ask you to moderate your language. Really, in your position, you should behave with a little more decorum.
You mean I should act the vicar's wife a little more?
Not act, but be the vicar's wife. That is the point, Penelope. Can't you forget that you are an American actress and behave more as befits the niece of a bishop?
And just how is that? The only other bishop's niece I know is in the chorus.
I believe you are deliberately trying to provoke me. May I ask you just one question? Is it absolutely necessary for you to go about the village in trousers?
Oh, then why shouldn't I? They're serviceable, and they're comfortable, and they're economical.
Well, that may be, but as Miss Skillen says...
Darling, a woman with a bottom like hers would say anything.
Penelope!
She's only livid because she can't wear them.
I refuse to stay here and listen to any more of your vulgarity. Oh, and another thing...
Hey, sir.
What is it, Ida?
It's Willie Briggs from the farm, sir. He's waiting at the back door.
Well, I'll see him at once. You will go upstairs and dress. I would rather people saw you in trousers than without them.
She's still here, Mom.
Who are you talking about, Ida?
Miss Skillen, Mom. She's in the garage.
Oh, what is she doing there?
Mending a bicycle. I punctured it.
Purposely?
No, Mom. For spite. Mrs. Toop speaking. Who? Uncle? Uncle Dudley, how lovely! Where are you speaking from? Oh, Badcaster? Well, what on earth are you doing there? Coming on here? Well, of course, we shall be delighted. What, tomorrow? Well, why not tonight? I see. We'll make it as early as possible in the morning. Why not? I see. You are a wicked old man. But you take an awful lot of living up to. No, I can't explain right now. It would take too long. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Who was that?
Uncle.
Uncle who?
Uncle Dudley.
Not the bishop.
Himself.
Gracious, what was that you said about seeing him tomorrow?
Lionel, darling, there's no need for you to get so excited. He's staying the night in Badcaster at the Cross Keys, and he's coming on here tomorrow.
The Cross Keys? Oh, but that's such an indifferent hotel. Oh, of course he wouldn't know that.
Even a bishop can learn.
Oh, the bishop arriving tomorrow, and I'm not taking the service.
I know, aren't you lucky?
I beg your pardon.
Darling, Uncle takes great pride in the fact that he memorizes his sermons. If he saw you reading one of yours, well, he'd cut me out of his will. And in any case, he's purposely arriving tomorrow just in time to be too late for the morning service.
Extraordinary.
No, darling, that's human. Do you think we could get something decent for Uncle to drink? I'm afraid all we have is a really bad bottle of cooking sherry.
Well, what shall we get?
Get whatever you can. Use your sex appeal. Uncle is very broad-minded.
I'll get what I can. Oh dear, I wonder if I should go now.
Go where?
Oh, to Athens with the Glee Singers. They're giving a concert tonight at the American Air Base. So young Briggs has just come to tell me that their pianist is ill, and as he cannot find another, to ask if I will deputize for him.
Well, why shouldn't you?
Well, with the bishop arriving tomorrow, and as I've never met the man...
Darling, I hardly think there's any need for you to prepare yourself for the occasion. Now off you go and enjoy yourself.
Well, I should hardly describe playing the piano for the Glee Singers as enjoying myself. However, I suppose that I must do it, and young Briggs is waiting for me now.
Will you be back late, darling?
I shouldn't think so, although Briggs did mention something about a supper after the concert. Apparently that is the principal feature of the evening.
Please, sir. Willie Briggs says, will you hurry, sir? Time's getting on.
Oh, I'm just coming, Ida. You sure you won't be too lonely tonight, darling?
Heavens, no. Why should I be?
Well. Good night, Penelope. You will go upstairs and put a few more clothes on. Your night out, Ida.
Yes, sir. Ida, when you come tonight, will you put a couple of hot water bottles in the spare bedroom? We have a guest arriving tomorrow. Oh, Mom. My uncle, the Bishop of Lax. A bishop? Oh, and Ida, don't be late in. You know the vicar doesn't like you out after 10, Americans or no Americans. The trouble with you, Ida, is you haven't got no umph. Would you want anything, Mum?
I didn't see you there, Ida.
I saw you.
I suppose you know you have punctured my bicycle.
Oh, Mum, I never.
You're a very careless girl. I was hoping the vicar would be able to help me. I'm having a little trouble with my inner tube.
I'm sure he'd be delighted, but he's gone out.
Out? Where?
Out.
Has Mrs. Toop gone too?
No, she hasn't. She'll be down in a minute.
Oh, well, then I won't stay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Ida, is this a friend of yours?
No, Mum, not yet.
Excuse me, are you the vicar's wife?
I am not.
Good. Oh, what I mean to say is...
Did you want to see Mrs. Toop?
Miss who?
Mrs. Toop, the vicar's wife. Did you want to see her?
Well, I don't really know, but...
Indeed.
Actually, I'm trying to find a young lady.
Do you mean a special one, or would anyone do?
Ida.
Oh, a special one. A very special one indeed. A very old friend of mine.
Why come to the vicarage? There are no young ladies here. None.
Well, I may not be what you call a lady, but I've got me feelings.
Quiet, Ida. Haven't I seen you before, young man?
Seen me before? No, I don't think so.
I'm certain I've seen your face before. I've a very good memory for faces.
Well, I've had it for a very long time. Penelope! Oh, sweetheart!
Oh, what are you doing here?
Looking for you!
Oh, this has happened. Oh, Miss Gillen, the vicar is out. And I'm afraid he won't be back until rather late.
Oh, but
I'll tell him that you called again, and that you will no doubt call again very early in the morning.
But
I don't think that's all, Miss Gillen.
Well, really?
Oh, Ida! Ida, this is an old friend of mine. We used to be on the stage together. It's all right, Mum. You don't
certainly got rid of them in a hurry. But weren't you a little abrupt with the campfire girl?
Miss Skillen, every time I see that woman, my temperature rises and breaks another record. Oh, but never mind about her. Though it is a pity that I embraced you in front of her.
Why?
Because she won't sleep until she's told my husband.
Your husband? I say, you're not Miss Boopadoop, are you?
It's Toop, darling, Toop. Don't make it worse than it is.
But you're not, are you?
I am and have been for nearly a year.
But why?
What do you mean, why?
Well, last time I saw you, you were a young actress bursting with ambition. And now you're living here in England?
An old married hag.
No, not yet.
There's no mystery about it, Clyde. I knew Lionel, that's my husband, when I was a child. We used to play together. And then my family moved to America, and 18 months ago, when I came over here with the USO, we met again. And we fell in love. And so, here I am.
But your career...
Oh, that. My acting wasn't exactly what you'd call brilliant, was it?
Well, I don't know. It wasn't bad. Are you happy here?
Perfectly. Although sometimes I lose my sense of humor and want to scream this place down.
Well, I bet you do.
But what about you? What are you doing here in uniform? Oh, by the way, would you like some tea?
Oh, no, thanks.
I'm sorry, I can't offer you anything else except cooking, Sherry.
Well, I'm sorry, I haven't brought anything to cook.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, thanks to our Russian friends, my discharge hasn't yet come through. I've just been sent here from Berlin.
Sent where?
To Athens, the air base there. Very unimportant job on the airlift to Berlin.
Southampton. Lionel's gone there for the evening. He's playing the piano for the Glee Singers. They're giving a concert for the Americans.
Oh, poor Americans.
Why? How did you know that I was here?
I saw you yesterday. I was driving through the village in a Jeep. I waved, and you waved back. I thought you recognized me.
Oh, good Lord, that was you?
Yes, I saw you turn into the gate and thought perhaps you were staying at the vicarage. So as I had the afternoon off, I thought I would look you up.
Oh, I'm glad you did, Clyde. I was just beginning to wonder what I was going to do to pass the evening. All the same, though, I don't think we should stay in the house.
Why not? It's a very comfortable house.
Yes, but except for you, I'm alone in it.
Oh, and Miss Skillen wouldn't approve, huh?
She wouldn't approve, but she would love it. And God, what she'd make of it.
Well, then I guess we better go out somewhere.
Yes, but where? There's nowhere to go around here.
We can always go to the... I guess it wouldn't be quite the thing for the vicar's wife to be seen in a pub with an American soldier.
It wouldn't be quite the thing for the vicar's wife to be seen in a pub at all, you fool. We might go to a movie. Oh, I know! Could you bear to put your nose inside a theater again, or would it break your heart?
Theater? What theater?
We have a little theater group here. Here we go. This week, the court players proudly present... No, I don't believe it!
Oh, I can. 6-4 at Sweeney Todd.
No, listen to this. This week, the court players proudly present No Cowards, Delightful Comedy, Private Life.
No!
Oh, Clyde, how many weeks to be to a private life
Oh,
for the
34.
USO?
Oh, and half. There were those last 3 nights in Merkel Tidful.
Could you bear to see it tonight?
Bear to? I would love to, but I'll probably be thrown out of the theater for shouting out the lines to my own part.
Then we'll go.
Half a minute. Where is it?
Oh, it's in Blandford. It's just a couple of miles and there's a bus.
Well, I'm sorry, my dear. The trip's off.
What? Why?
Blandford is out of bounds.
What does that mean?
Cynthia, that if I was caught in Blandford in uniform, I'd be shot at dawn and they'd cancel my next leave.
Yes, but why is it out of bounds? For what reason?
Well, my dear, in the Army, there was never a reason for anything. I suppose some brass hat thought it would be a rather good idea, what?
Well, it's a shame. Just think, we could have gone over there and had a meal, seen the show, had another meal, and been back on the last bus.
My dear, you sound hungry. It sounds like a wonderful idea, but as you English say, we've at it.
Excuse me?
Oh, Ida, haven't you gone yet?
Yes, Mom, I've been and come back.
Why, have you forgotten something?
Yes, Mom, Mr. Toops' trousers.
What?
You know, Mom. You said you wanted Mother to put a patch on the eye.
Oh, of course, I remember. I brought the whole suit down this morning. Here you are. Ask your mother to look at
Oh, Mom, this isn't it.
Not?
No, this is Mr. Toops' second best suit.
How many suits does he have?
3.
Black market.
Oh, damn, what have I done with the other one?
I better go and look for
Yes.
it.
No, that's okay. I'll go. I think I know where I can lay my hands on it. I'm sorry, Clive, I won't be a minute.
Turned out nice again, hasn't it?
Well, not half. Oh, yes,
Moida.
I beg your pardon?
Moida.
I'm so sorry.
No, Amida.
Oh, yes, you're Ida. Oh, I'm awfully glad about that.
Don't mention it.
I don't suppose you know who I am.
No.
Eisenhower's the name.
Go on, you're pulling my leg.
As if I would.
Well, I think you're Evan.
Oh, that's beautiful. Ida, You and I should go to the pictures together some night.
But I won't have another night off till next Wednesday.
Well, never mind then. Heaven can wait.
Here you are. Ask your mother to do the best with it she can.
Don't you worry, Mom. Mother'll make it so as you won't know it.
Can she make it so that Mr. Toop can wear it? That's all I ask.
I shouldn't wonder, Mom. I'll fetch it back with me tonight and put it upstairs, and I better put this one away, Mom.
No, that's okay. I'll do it myself. Do you have brown paper and string in the kitchen?
I think so.
Okay. Well then, run along.
I wish you would these.
You have made a hit.
Dainty morsel that.
Oh, Ida, she's an absolute joy. I wouldn't be without her for the world.
Well, one man's pajamas is another man's nightshirt. You can't get away from that.
Listen, Clive. I've got an idea. Turn
Hey,
around.
what is this? A medical inspection? 99?
You can wear this.
Where what?
Lionel's other suit.
Oh, now don't be silly, darling. Me and Marcia, I need court-martial.
But if you go as a civilian, who's to know that you're a soldier?
You're right.
Private lives, Clive. Dinner and a lovely drink, Clive.
No. All right. But I have to be back in uniform before I go to camp.
Well, what time will you be back?
Any time before midnight.
Well, and we shall be back shortly after 10, so that'll give you plenty of time to change again.
Won't your husband object? I would throw a big fuss myself.
Yes, and so will he when it's too late to do anything about it. But, well, we'll be back long before he is, so he need never know.
Yes, but suppose that he
Suppose
gets...
nothing. Look, if anybody asks, just say your name is Humphrey.
Why Humphrey?
Because he's the man who's coming to take the service tomorrow.
But I don't...
Now take these things upstairs and change.
Oh, let me get my part. My name is Humphrey, and I'm just the man who's coming in to take the service tomorrow. I shan't really have to take a service, shall I?
No, of course not. Now go, change.
Well, just for the record, I don't like this. I have been in too many plays where characters have done this sort of thing, and something always goes wrong.
Yes, but it's always right itself by the last act. Now go and get changed.
I still don't like it.
Leave the door open so I can talk to you. Ida!
Oh, don't bring her in here!
I'm not. I'm just making sure she's gone.
Oh, good.
Someday I'll find you, moonlight behind you, true to the dream I am dreaming.
Now that brings back memories.
Oh, you mean the song?
Yes, every night of the tour, wondering if you'd managed to start on the right note or not.
Well, Clive!
Followed by the agony of knowing that you hadn't.
Well, I beg your pardon. Oh, I beg your pardon.
Oh, it's all right. It's too late. I said, what do I do about a collar?
You can wear one of Lionel's.
Dog or otherwise?
Dog.
Oh, no, I flatly refuse. I will not add sacrilege to my list of crimes.
Come here and hold still or I'll choke you.
Oh, careful, my name isn't Skilly,
At
you
this
know.
moment, I wish that it
I
was.
said, what size is this collar?
Just 15.
Oh, just 15. And I take it just 16. But hey, what's an inch among friends? Hey, do me a favor. Swallow, because I can't.
There. Now, we've got to put this somewhere where it can't be found.
And where it can be found when we get back.
Oh, this'll do. Nobody ever goes in this chest. There's nothing in it but tennis rackets and Lionel's old golf clubs.
And me looking like a fountain pen. I said, what do I do about this thing?
It goes inside, silly. Oh, Clive, I'm so looking forward to this. I wonder if the girl who plays Amanda gets as many laughs as I did.
I wonder if the guy who plays Elliot gets as many bruises as I did.
Well, what do you mean by that?
You know exactly what I mean. The fight at the end of Act 2?
Well, what about it?
Have you completely forgotten how you used to lose your head and nearly strangle me?
Well, I did not.
And that final blow that was supposed to knock me off my feet, never once did it come at the right moment.
Well, that is a deliberate lie.
Never once.
Why?
I beg your pardon. Once.
Thank
The
you.
final night of the show. I remember just how it was supposed to be. Your line was beast, brute, swine, devil, and you were supposed to hit me on devil.
Well,
Instead, I always got hit when I was most unprepared on swine.
because you would move away from me. If I hadn't gotten it in then, I should have had to canter right across the stage to catch you.
I remember just how it was. I was on the floor and you were on top of me. Do you remember?
I remember that over and over again.
Do you remember your lines?
But I never forget
Then I will show you exactly what I mean. Let's go from your line. This is the end. Remember?
All right, I was here. Ready?
Fire away.
This is the end, do you understand? The end, finally and forever.
You're not going like this.
Oh, yes, I am.
Oh, no, you're not.
I am, let go of me.
Shut up.
You're a
Shut up.
cruel beast.
I wouldn't marry you again. You came
Let go
forward
of
to
my
me.
feelings.
You're
Stop
mean.
it. Marry you again. No.
And I hope to God I never set eyes on you again as long as I live.
extraordinary. Penelope? Penelope!
Field and school!
What was that? Penelope, is that you? Where are you? Miss Skillen?
And William sporting on the green, his little grandchild Willoughby!
Good heavens, Miss Skillen, what has happened to you?
I'm a better man than you are, Gungly!
Empty, almost. Oh, Miss Skillen, Miss Skillen. Oh, do you feel well enough to sit up?
Sit up?
Oh,
Who will?
oh, really, Miss Skillen, you must pull yourself together. How on earth did you get here in this condition?
Oh, my legs! What's the matter with my legs?
Your legs?
My legs! They lack coordination.
Well, perhaps. If I...
Caveman! Oh, I missed it.
Yes, do you feel better?
Better than what?
Oh, really, Miss Skillen, you must pull yourself together.
That woman, she struck me.
What? What woman? Miss Skillen, what has happened here tonight?
Nothing. It shall be our little secret.
Our little secret?
When I saw what that woman was doing to you,
To me, what woman?
my heart bled for you. No wonder she wears trousers.
Inebriated, hopelessly. Oh.
Oh, mercy notes, nosy notes, little lambs in ivy. What's that?
Oh, the smell.
Woo!
Oh, what have I done? Miss Skillen! Miss Skillen! Oh, brandy. Look, sit up and drink this.
Well, don't mind me.
Ida, come here, Ida. Miss Skillen is not well.
Why? What's happened?
I don't know. I came in here just now and found Miss Skillen. Well, found her.
Oh, yeah.
Ida, do you know how Miss Skillen came to be here?
I shall say what I have to say in the witness box.
In the witness box? What on earth, Ida? Oh, good heavens. Oh. Hello? Hello? Yes? The vicar speaking. Who? The police? Oh, my goodness. Yes? Oh, yes, Sergeant. A what? A Russian spy? Escaped from the guardhouse at the airbase? Oh, yes, so one cannot be too careful. Is he armed? Oh, well, I shall most certainly take every precaution, yes. Thank you, Sergeant, thank you. Good night. Good night. Oh, what was one thing and another? Miss Skillen, wouldn't you like to go home now?
Who will?
Oh, I do not wish to alarm you, but there is a dangerous character abroad tonight.
Bring him here to me. I feel like a lion who has tasted blood.
Did you ring?
Oh, Ida, please answer my questions. Do you know where Mrs. Toop has gone?
Not a word will I breathe. You can't make me an accelerator before the fact.
Over and over with my own eyes I saw it happening.
What did you see, Miss Skillen?
Over and over before my very eyes I saw them. Sweetheart, he called her.
Oh, I cannot make head or tail of this. Ida! Has someone been in to see Mrs. Toop?
My lips are sealed.
Over and over I saw it happening before my very eyes.
Yes, so you keep saying, Miss Skillen, but you don't say what you saw.
Nothing. If you have forgotten it, then so have I. It is a glorious
Ida, Miss Skillen will have to stay the night.
What?
Miss Skillen is not well.
She's slipping.
Ida!
Tight as an owl.
Don't glare at me in that offensive manner, girl. I am not responsible for Miss Skillen's condition.
Then how'd she get all of the cooking sherry?
Will you kindly stop asking me stupid questions and go prepare bed for Miss Skillen?
I'll fetch him a water bottle.
Hurry back here at once and help me get Miss Skillen upstairs. Where can Penelope be? Hello? Hello? Is that the Grange? Oh, is that you, Mrs. Chittenden Cholmondeley? Yes, I was wondering if my wife had called on you this evening. Oh, you see, a prisoner has escaped from the guardhouse, and oh yes, he's armed too. Oh, well, thank you so much, Mrs. Chittenden Cholmondeley. So sorry to have troubled you. Yes. Good night. Good night. Oh, what was that? Anyone there?
Going out?
Oh, no! Oh, it's only you. No, I was fastening this window. It should not have been left unlocked. Ida, where is my hockey stick?
That won't bring her round.
I did not ask for your crude observations, girl. I asked where my hockey stick is.
It's in the chest there, where it's always been.
Any more of your rudeness, Ida, and I'm afraid we shall have to part company.
Don't you worry. After what I've seen tonight, I'm caught.
Oh, heavens! Ida, how did these get in here?
They mine.
Well, I am perfectly well aware of that fact. Good heavens! Ida, did you lock that back door when you came in just now?
Oh no, I meant to.
Well, go and lock it at once.
But
Don't just stand there gaping. Do as I tell you, Bill. Go and lock that back door and come back here at once. I want to speak to you. Oh, I'm afraid something terrible has happened in this house tonight.
so, your conscience is pricking you at last.
Oh, wretched girl. Police. I wonder, should I... Yes. Hello? 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 I mean, who are you? What do you want?
I want your clothes.
My clothes?
To varnish.
Where? Oh!
I locked it. Oh, Mr. Tube. Mr. Tube. Ew, what's going on here? Mr. Tube. Hello? Hello? Oh, it's only you, Pickle Daring.
Where am I?
Where you've no right to be.
What has happened?
That's what I'd like to know. Did you see where he went?
See who?
Him, Mr. Tube.
Yes, I saw. Quite a rough and tumble, dreadful.
You, Mr. Tube, and you ought to be ashamed of yourselves.
Ida, what have I done?
Who can tell?
Ida, if word of this ever got out in the village, I'd be a ruined woman. I've never touched a drop of alcohol in my life before.
Well, you've certainly made up for it tonight. No, whoever's that?
Ida, they mustn't find me here, not like this.
Can you walk?
Of course I can walk. Oh, the spirit is willing.
But the legs ache. Here, you better come upstairs. Oh, wait a minute, can't you? Oh, Miss Skillen. Here, you better wait right here. And not a word do you utter.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm coming.
Whatever did she leave me here for? Oh, Mr. Tube! Mr. Tube!
Mrs. Stoop is expecting me.
Come this way, Your Highness. Oh, no, where's she gone?
Did she say when she would be back?
She did say she was going.
I suppose that Mr. Toop is with her.
Shall I take your things, Your Highness?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Turned out nice again, hasn't it?
Suppose that it has.
We wasn't expecting you till tomorrow.
I suppose there will be a bed for me somewhere.
Somewhere, somehow.
Who are you?
I'm Ida.
Oh, I suppose that explains everything now, doesn't it?
Eh?
Just what are you doing here?
I'm Ida. I'm the maid.
Oh, the maid.
Of
Mine is in my arm.
Mine's in the closet.
I suppose every village has one.
Oh, heavens! Oh, Varich!
Oh, excuse me.
Moscow calling! Moscow!
That's right, Your Highness. Make yourself at home.
Here, young woman, come here. Have you a brother in this house?
I have no brother at all. Why?
A lunatic came in here a moment ago.
What?
He threatened me with a rod of iron.
I'll fetch the soda water.
No, I don't want any soda water. I want to know who it was that attacked me just now.
Perhaps it was a mirage.
A what?
A mirage. I've been reading about them in my weekly. In this one story, the hero, Digby, his name is searching for his manhood. After many weeks, his search has taken him in the burning desert, and he's dying of thirst. His throat is raw as a red, hot cinder. His swollen, blackened tongue is lolling out of his mouth, and his tiny fingers is clawing at his vitals.
I think I'm going to be sick. I tell you that a man came in here, clad in his underwear, and threatened me with a rod of iron.
Where did he go?
Well, I didn't notice.
Yes, well, you sit down, Your Highness, and make yourself at home.
Penelope, darling.
Uncle! Well, this is a surprise. Sit down. We weren't expecting you until tomorrow.
I know, my dear, but that hotel, too dreadful for words. I just packed my things after dinner and fled.
Oh, and you've been here all alone.
Not alone.
Oh, you mean Ida? It's all right, Ida. You can go to bed. I'll look after the bishop.
Can I have a word with you, Mom, alone?
Not now, Ida. In the morning.
But you don't know what's happened, Mom.
Don't worry yourself. I will tell Mrs. Stoop.
But I don't mean what you mean, Miss Skillen, Mom.
Never mind about Miss Skillen now, Ida. Just take those bottles into the bishop's bed. Not those bottles, Ida. The hot water bottles. Ida, come here. Let me feel those. It's just as I thought. They're stone cold. Now, go and fill them again and use hot water this time. Ida, what is wrong with you?
Alcohol, my dear.
Well, I put your cup away, Mom.
No, thank you. I can do it myself. Just go and fill those bottles again. That's all I ask.
Well, I don't need bath.
Well, then.
Well, darling, it is nice to see you again. Have you been here long?
What is that noise?
That's just the radio. I'll just go shut it off.
Ow!
Where's she got to now?
Oh. What?
Well, darling, you must be tired. Why don't you go to bed?
Oh, I don't want to go to bed. Penelope, what is the mystery?
No, mystery, Uncle.
Oh, it's no use you sitting there acting yourself silly. I want to know what is wrong.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't, eh? Well, why are you acting so strangely? What is the matter with that maid of yours? And who was the lunatic who attacked me just now?
What?
I'm not going to say that all again. I will merely tell you that a lunatic, a wild-eyed creature in a state of undress, appeared from nowhere and threatened me with a poker.
Oh, Uncle.
He disappeared as mysteriously as he came. I questioned your maid about it, but she very clumsily, I thought, denied all knowledge of him.
Well, why don't you sit down again and I'll put my coat away and we'll discuss this thing quietly.
Penelope, will you please stop trying to humor me? I assure you that I am in complete possession of all of my faculties. And forgive my saying so, I am beginning to believe that I am the only one in this house who is. I tell you again, I have been attacked by a lunatic. He came in here almost naked and brandishing a rod of iron. Penelope, merciful heavens! Are you dead? Just a faint. Air! Oh, where is that half-witted maid? Good heavens, what on earth are you doing up there?
Pray! What are you doing with Penelope?
She fainted.
Why?
How should I know? Does she faint often?
Well, how should I know?
Well,
don't understand this at all. She was fine a few moments ago when I left her. It must have been the shock of seeing you.
What?
Well, it sure caught me below the belt, I tell you.
Here, you give this to her. It'll be the best if her eyes fall on you first when she comes around.
Why?
Well, give her confidence.
I doubt it. Come along, darling. Have a little winky winky. God, I say, you got a straw or something?
My dear Toop!
What did you say?
What?
I said, what did you say?
Well, nothing except my dear Toop!
Oh.
What? Now, what have you done that for? Are you going to faint too?
No such luck.
Now I shall have to get some more.
Yes, some more.
Oh, Penelope!
Oh, of course.
Of course. Well, pardon my word, such callousness is astounding. It's tantamount to slaughter.
No, it can't amount to tantamount to slaughter.
Oh, what is wrong with everyone in this house? Oh, girl, come here. Give me those.
These, Your Highness?
Yes, those. Give them to me and go. Well, go! Well, we should put the... Mr. Toop. Where are you, Toop? There you are.
So I am.
What are you doing down there?
I dropped my Sunday selection.
What?
Oh, don't bother, I found it. Is she coming around?
Doesn't look like it. Here, take this and I'll put these down at her feet.
Shouldn't she have a gold key down her back?
I don't know. Is that normal?
Yes. Yeah, you stay here and give her the brandy. I'll go run and see if I can get my uniform. See if I can get a key.
Well, there's no need to run anywhere. I have a key right here.
Oh, you would. The key to the poor box, that's much too small. We'd have a good time getting it back, though.
Idea!
Toop, what? I know. You stay here and give her the brandy. I'll go see if I can get the key to the vestry.
Oh, come back. She's coming around.
Oh, she would.
Come, say something to us.
What shall I say?
Anything. Sing to her. It may soothe her.
Someday I'll find you. Uncle's behind you.
What are you saying?
Oh.
Ben, can you hear me? Oh, don't scream at the poor girl like that. She's an invalid, not a long-distance call. Obviously, I have no bedside manner. Penelope, my dear. Oh.
Lionel! Oh. Uncle! Upside down? Oh.
Brandis! Get the brandy! There, my child!
There, my child!
How long does it take to get a divorce?
What?
How long does it take to get a divorce?
Oh, there, my child!
Stop hitting me!
Stop here! Oh, Penelope, you are overwrought.
I'll say I am.
What has this man done to you?
I have not done
Quiet,
anything.
sir. I'm addressing your wife.
His wife! His... me! His...
We shouldn't have had that last gin and lime.
So that's it! You're both inebriated! Drunk!
Uncle!
No! I'm shocked!
Oh,
Appalled!
you're not going so soon!
I'm not going out, I'm going up to bed. We shall speak of this in the morning.
Now look here.
Not another word from you, sir! Penelope, where is my
Now I
bed?
will show you.
You will stay where you are and find it
Well,
myself.
there's the second door on the left and the bathroom is next to it, but
Thank
I
you,
feel
good night. Mr. Toop, it may interest you to know that a much-to-be-desired living has recently fallen vacant in my diocese. I came here hoping to find you the suitable person to fill that vacancy.
Oh, go away. Go away.
Toop, I thought that you were called to the church, but apparently you are called to the bar!
Oh, rat! The unspeakable little rat!
Well, I don't know. I thought he was a quite cheery old fellow under normal circumstances.
What are you talking about?
Your uncle.
Well, I'm talking about my husband!
Oh.
What am I going to do?
I'll tell you exactly what you're going to do. You're going to go straight upstairs and tell your uncle that he has made an absurd mistake, that I'm not your husband, but merely an old acquaintance, and that your husband is a very nice man who at the moment
Who
is...
at the moment is locked in the arms of a woman in that closet! It's true, I tell you. Lionel's in there locked in the arms of that woman!
What woman?
There is only one that woman in my life, and it's Miss Skillen!
And what are they doing in there?
Sleeping!
Oh.
He's in Miss Skillen's arms!
So what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to get them both out of there and raise the devil!
Then how are you going to explain me away?
I can't be bothered by that right now until I know what Lionel's been up to!
Well, while you're coping with this, I would like my uniform. This situation calls for a uniform.
Hurry, I can hear them moving in there. I want to deal with them alone.
Once get me my uniform and I will pass out of your life forever.
Oh, no, you don't. If I've got to explain you away, I'll go on you on the spot while I'm doing it. Now do go,
Get me
please.
my uniform.
Fine, here it is. Oh, what is it?
Huh?
It's gone.
What?
It's gone.
Oh, the stripes as well. Sergeant, have mercy on me.
Now then, don't lose your head.
Lose my head. What is my head matter? I lost my uniform, haven't
For
I?
heaven's sakes, keep calm. We don't know that it's lost
me my uniform!
Will you stop shouting at me? You are not speaking to one of your brass hats now, remember? Namely, if this is the sort of behavior they teach you in the army, the sooner you resign, the better.
Resign! Please be quiet. Every remark you make is more stupid than the last. Now go get that half-wit maid Ida from Idaho, or whatever her name is, and see if she's found it.
And why should she have found it? And in any case, how am I going to explain I can't even be in that chest at all?
I don't know, and I don't care. All I know is I want my uniform.
I don't understand how this could have happened. Nobody ever goes in that chest, not once in a blue moon. Well, the only thing is in it are tennis rackets and long from golf clubs.
I'm on my knees. Please don't stand there pouring oil on an already blazing inferno. Do something. Get me my uniform.
Don't roll about on the floor like that. You're breaking the crease out of Lionel's second-best
To
trousers.
hell with Lionel's second-best trousers. What about my trousers? Where are they?
Listen, if worse comes to worse, I've got an old kilt upstairs. You can go back in that and say you transferred to the Gordon Highlands.
I want my uniform. Get me my uniform.
If you say that one more time, I will hit you.
If you don't get me my uniform, I will go straight upstairs and tell the bishop everything.
Oh, you would.
Oh, wouldn't I? He'd love to know what kind of man your husband really is. We
Uncle, we thought you'd gone to bed.
I was almost in my bed when I heard someone shouting down here.
We were just having a few words, that's all.
To me, it sounded like a drunken
Oh,
brawl.
look here.
I am looking, sir.
Don't bother. Oh, good Lord.
What is it?
Could I have a word with you all alone?
Shall I?
No, of course not, Uncle.
I seem to be in the way.
But it isn't your fault, Your Highness.
Oh, I do wish you wouldn't keep on saying that.
Tyler, why don't you go to bed?
Mom?
Bed!
Yes, Mom. Good night, Mom. Good night, Your Highness.
Don't call me your highness.
No, you're great. You're bastard.
Oh, Penelope, I wish that you would tell that preacher that I am neither the Archangel Gabriel nor the Aga Khan. And as for you, sir, now where's it got to? Your husband. There you are.
So I am.
As I was coming down the stairs, I could not help overhearing what you both were saying.
We have a sergeant like that.
Penelope, what are you hiding from me?
Nothing, not a thing. We'll discuss this in the morning. Now do go to bed.
I am not going to bed until I find out what is going on in this house. Now, I heard this man distinctly say, if you don't find it, I'm going to go upstairs and tell the bishop everything. Now, what did he mean by that?
Nothing, not a thing, did you dear?
No, sweet.
I suppose you meant nothing by, he'd love to know the kind of man your husband really is.
Hey, please tell him the truth. We can't let him blabber on like this.
Blabber, sir!
Oh,
I am not speaking to you, I'm speaking to your husband.
No, he is not my husband.
What?
I'm not married to him.
Not married? I think I'm going to faint. What was that?
I think it was an owl.
Owl?
No, an owl, my.
Sir!
Anyway, it wasn't an owl.
It sounded like a woman in distress. Is there someone in this house?
Oh, I thought it sounded like it came from outside.
What's wrong with? Oh, outside.
No, it distinctly came from inside.
I know. The lily pond.
Oh, but we haven't got a lily pond.
Someone must have fallen in the lily pond.
I told you we haven't got a lily pond.
Oh, of course we've got a lily pond. Everybody's got a lily pond. Someone must have fallen in the lily pond. The bishop and I will investigate.
I am not dressed for the lily pond.
Lily won't mind.
Oh, but it's cold out here.
Cold, then I will get you a fire. Just a minute. Now it's up to you.
What do you mean?
I'll keep the old man out here while you get your old man out of here. Start praying.
Oh, would you listen to them?
Hurry, let him out. Let him go down. We'll drive the bishop thinking and murdering you.
Mr. Tristan, please be quiet.
say you must be surprised to see me.
Oh, no.
No?
No, what is one among so many? That way.
Mrs. Toop, if I shall cause you any inconvenience by staying at the vicarage, I will willingly go to the inn in the village.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
My name, by the way, is Humphrey. Arthur Humphrey.
Yes, I'm sure it is. That way.
Come back here!
You see, Mrs. Toop, consulting a timetable, I discovered that there was no train that would get me here in time for the... That way! For the morning service.
I wish I could place that
I
one.
beg your pardon.
Nothing! I'm sorry. I'm afraid I interrupted you again. You were saying...
Mr. Toop, could I see him?
Mr. Toop, most certainly. He's... round and about.
Round and about. Mrs. Toop, you are Mrs. Toop, are you not?
More or less.
Is something troubling you, Mrs. Toop?
No, nothing! Nothing!
But these are the persons I saw running through the garden and dashing through the house.
No! No! You mustn't take any notice of them. That's just the harvest capers.
Harvest capers?
Yes, it's a sort of a game that they play at harvest time. It's great fun. Would you like to join them?
No, thank you. I never caper.
Oh, pity. Do you sing?
No, Mrs. Toop, I'm afraid I don't sing. I recite a little at times, but I don't sing.
Oh, would you recite for me now?
Now, well, Mrs. Toop, what shall I recite?
Oh, do you know there are fairies at the bottom of our garden?
Well, I shall do my best to recite If by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about are losing theirs,
And blame it on you!
if you can trust yourself,
When all men doubt you.
Mrs. Toop, she's not here. Mrs. Toop, Mrs. Toop, come in. And something is in anguish in that closet. Be brave, Humphrey. Be brave.
That man, that dreadful man!
Don't you think you ought to sit down for a minute?
No, I've got to get out of this house, this wicked, wicked house!
Wicked madam, this is the vicarage.
Vicarage or no vicarage, I have been drugged! What? And the harvest festival tomorrow. Oh, what will the harvest be?
Bountiful, we hope. Dear lady, do sit down. Oh, you are sitting. Well, tell me everything.
No, not everything.
Well, go as far as you can.
Are we alone?
No.
Are we alone?
No. Mustn't do that.
Where is Mrs. Toop?
Mrs. Toop, she was here a moment ago.
She mustn't find me. This is all her doing.
What is...
My undoing.
But I don't understand. Who has undone you?
Oh, take me away. Take me away.
Gracious, my dear lady, let go of me. You, madam, I am a married man.
How did you get through?
Yes.
Trying tricks on you, is she, sir? Don't take no notice of her. She isn't quite well, you know.
This is an outrage.
This is where we came in. Oh, come on. Now in you go. Back to your kennel.
Why do you put her in the closet?
Oh, she's a bad case, sir. Has to have darkness and lots of it. She's harmless, really. Only love-starved, if you know what I mean.
Quite. Tell me, who is the person who came in here just now?
The less I say, the better. There's things going on in this house you wouldn't quite understand.
I can quite believe it. I've not understood a single thing since I came in here.
Oh, would you like some coffee while you're waiting, like?
No coffee. But could you procure me a glass of milk?
Hot or cold?
Hot?
I'll get it for you. And remember, whatever you're seeing, pretend you didn't
See? See?
Thank you! That was beautiful!
What was?
Your recitation! Now how about the wreck of the Hesperus?
She's gone back to the closet.
Oh, but I've disturbed you! Just when you were going to have a little rest! Of course, you've had a very long journey, haven't you?
8 3/4 miles.
8 3/4 miles in the dining car? You must feel like a sun rag! Now you put your feet up, and I will make you a quick pick-me-up!
But I
Oh,
really
nonsense! Of course you do! I always give this to all of my friends! That way. Now, drink this, you'll feel better.
But I really don't... Perhaps just a little. That was delicious. I did enjoy that. I'm not in the habit of... The glass? Would you mind?
The glass.
Now, you feel better already, don't you?
Quite.
I thought you would. Now you just lie back and have a little nap. You know, there is nothing like a rest for a sunstroke.
Sunstroke? They're mad. They must be.
Are you scolding me, Mr. Toop?
Mr. Toop, I shall soon begin to think that I'm in a madhouse.
Well, you ought to know it's your house, Toop.
Toop, this is the vicarage, isn't it?
Why ask me, Toop?
Why do you keep calling me Toop, Toop?
Well, aren't you Toop, Toop?
No.
My name is Humphrey. You're the real Humphrey. Well, have you seen a soldier's uniform around?
Soldier's uniform? Is another of them? Don't you think you ought to lie down for a moment? You must be tired after your capers in the garden.
Oh, there you are.
My uniform? I mistook that for your old man.
How dare you?
Sorry, but the same lodge.
Where is Uncle?
Uncle? Oh, Uncle! Last I saw him, he was taking a header for the gooseberry bushes.
What? You always dig him out of
I was
this.
gonna lay down for a moment.
You're going to what?
Well, our friend here thought it would be a good idea, didn't you?
I certainly thought he appeared a bit unstrung.
Oh, excuse me.
Here we are, sir.
Thank you.
What do you want to keep doing that for?
Huh?
What do you want to lie for every time I come into the room?
Do you bring up the gypsy in me?
You can trust your little Ida. Ida won't squeal.
Hi, you may go.
Yes, Mom. I like you better in your uniform.
Oh, good. Oh, but you haven't seen it, of course.
Of course.
Of course. Does that mean of course you have or of course you haven't?
Of course I am.
Of course you have! Where is it?
It's in my kitchen.
In your kitchen. It's in her kitchen. Did you hear? It's in her kitchen. In her kitchen.
So I gathered.
I took it there for safety.
Oh, Ida, I love you.
No, for heaven's sake, Ida, be quiet. Ida, go and bring it in here.
Yes,
At once.
Yes, Mom. He loves me.
Oh, you mustn't take any notice of Ida. She's just a little, well, you know, but a splendid worker.
Mrs. Toop, you are Mrs. Toop, are you not?
That's one thing I am certain of.
I cannot help feeling that my presence in your house is an embarrassment to you. Do I have your permission to find accommodation elsewhere?
Oh, of course, I couldn't even begin
Well,
to
go ahead,
try
Penelope.
to-
Tell him everything. You're a sportsman, aren't you?
Well, I never got a blue for anything, but I'm very good at rounders.
Rounders. Well, you must join us sometime.
It's Mr. Toop. You are Mr. Toop.
Oh, that's just it. You see, my husband is just outside. Hey, yes, why don't you go home and find him?
Ah, Mr. Toop at last.
Isn't it infuriating when you can't place a face?
Never mind about placing a face. Where on earth is Ida with my uniform?
I don't know. Would you look at this dear little man?
Why?
What's wrong with him?
He's tired.
He's unconscious.
He's lucky.
Well, we can't just leave him stranded out on the floor like this.
Well, have you got a vacuum cleaner?
No, he's coming around.
Oh, good.
value your life. You must help.
Yes, but...
There, here, sit down.
Well, now, look here.
I am your husband.
Oh,
you
no,
understand?
I remember him.
Your husband or your life.
There, my child.
You betrayed me.
Are you feeling better?
You say you're not Mr. Two.
Oh, now we're not going to go over this again, are we?
No, of course he isn't Mr. Two. This is Mr. Two.
What?
I said this is Mr. Two. Aren't you, dear?
Yeah.
Oh, nice to meet you, dear. Well, you're awfully quick, aren't you? I mean, just 5 minutes ago you were running around in the garden in your underwear. And now you're here, clothed and in the right mind. If anyone could be in this house.
Oh, you're like that, aren't you, darling?
Like what?
Dress today, strip tomorrow.
Mrs. Two, have I your permission?
Yes, of course, this is the second door to the left.
Does your husband know, and did you tell him about...
Yes, of course, it was all a joke. Wasn't it, my sweet?
Yeah.
Oh, you call it a yoke to run around in the garden in your underpants.
Of course it
Hey, where have I
was.
heard that before? Huh? Oh, whither away, friend?
Where can I wash?
All over if you like. But before you go, do you think it is a yoke to run around in the garden in your underpants?
I have never run around a garden in my underpants.
How mad are you?
No, I was completely sane when I came in here.
I was wondering if you thought you saw what I thought I saw.
What did you think you thought you saw?
I think I thought... Did a pair of underpants run up those stairs just now?
They did, but they were inhabited.
Did you see them?
Yes.
Who was it?
The vicar.
You just told me that he was the vicar. Wait a minute. Who are you? You're not...
Stand back! Don't move! Eddie!
Now wait, look here. This is not
The
my...
first one to move a step will get the bullet to the head.
But Mr. Two,
This is not my husband.
No.
No.
you just now said that he was.
Now don't bicker. Now look here. Don't listen to him.
The first one to move a step will get the bullet to the head. Thus be done.
Pitanya, he's a commie.
What?
Oh, Red.
No.
What's this? Divorce. Ow! Did you see? He couldn't resist.
One more attempt with your clerical humor, my friend, and it will be your last.
Oh, indeed. Why?
Oh, perhaps you're right. This is dreadful.
What dreadful.
What are we going to do?
I don't know.
We must think.
Let's try that, shall we?
The key to the garage.
Oh, you're not going to take my car.
Yeah.
Well, you won't get very far. There isn't any gas.
Is that so?
Yes, we've just filled our lighters. Oh, would you mind if we sat down? We've had a rather strenuous evening.
No tricks.
Good. Well, do sit down, old boy.
I don't feel I want to sit down somehow.
Sit down.
Yes.
Well, now what do we do from here?
What?
Well, we can't just sit here like this, can we?
Listen, outside there are soldiers. Hunting.
Soldiers? Yes. How lucky.
It is lucky for you that you are not a soldier, or you would be dead by now.
What? Me, a soldier? Oh, how funny. No, not now. Take it back, Ida.
Come back.
Yes.
If any of those men come in here, you are to pass me off as one of yourselves.
Oh, I couldn't do that. My sergeant would be livid. Oh,
I
my.
can see that you are going to be troublesome. Perhaps the lady and I can carry off the deception better. Alone.
But how are you going to dispose of us?
What is through that door?
It's just a closet.
In you go. And you.
But I think that particular closet is engaged.
Who is in there?
Sweet Rosie O'Grady.
In you go. Stop. Now listen to me very carefully. If anyone comes in here, you are not to make the slightest sound. The lady and I will be close together. Stop that! She will be covered with this revolver. If you attempt to raise an alarm in any way, a bullet will enter her heart. Understand?
I think so.
Perhaps you better repeat that.
Chin up, sweetheart.
Sweetheart, then you are Mr. Two. It's so good to meet you.
How nice to meet you, too.
In you go. And you.
Now look here, you can't do this to me.
Can't I?
Of course you can. Step to the back of the bus.
First of all, I want some money.
Money?
For my escape.
I'll write you a check.
I want money now. You must have something else. Where is it?
It's in my bedroom. I'll get it.
We will get it. Too late. Here. Sit down. Remember, I am your husband. Between us, we will soon get rid of them. Your name, what is it?
Penelope.
Penelope what?
You don't think you're going to get away with this, do you?
I sincerely hope so. For your sake.
There's no need to go round to the front. There's a door right here.
All right.
Who is that?
My uncle.
Your uncle? Then he will know that I am not your husband. He will betray you, and I shall have to shoot you.
I believe you're just aching to shoot me. If you'll just keep quiet, I think I can manage to save my own skin.
And mine.
All right. Nothing to get excited about.
I am not excited, but I tell you that man of yours deliberately pushed me down into that narrow bed.
He was only doing his duty for his king and country. He thought you was the bloke we're after. See, you thought you was a Russian spy.
But I...
And anyhow, how do I know you're not, eh? You haven't proved it yet, have you, pal?
Pal? Oh, Penelope, will you please tell this gentleman who I am?
Certainly, darling sergeant. This is my uncle, the Bishop of Black.
A bishop? Oh, hey, sorry, a bishopric, no offense.
Uncle, what happened to you?
Well, you see, Mum, it's this way.
We're looking for a coming spy which escaped from the guardhouse, see? So he has a scout round back and he comes across the old geezer here, no offence sir, upside down in the gooseberry bush. His legs were sticking up and at first we thought he was a wheelbarrow.
I can assure you, Sergeant, that my uncle is not the man you're looking for.
Oh, well, that's that. I don't suppose you've seen a stranger knocking about, Mom.
No, I'm afraid I haven't.
Oh, well, that's that.
Get rid of that.
What?
Get rid of that.
Uncle, why don't you go to bed? You have had a very busy day, you know. Sergeant, will you be around here long?
We're bound to hang about until we find him. But don't you worry.
I'll try not to.
Well, I'll be off. Good night, all. What's a lovely moon? Makes me feel all romantic.
Are you married, Sergeant?
Why bring that up?
Penelope, I should like a full explanation. And I presume that this is your husband.
Yes, this is my husband, Lionel dear. This is my Uncle Dudley. You've heard me speak of him?
Oh, nice to meet you. Well, what I don't understand is if this is your husband, then who was the man who kept on hiding?
He was
He's
Russian.
the Russian!
What?
The Russian!
You mean the man those soldiers out there are looking for? Well, why didn't you tell me before?
Well, you see, the whole time he was here, he had me covered with a revolver.
My poor child! No wonder you were acting so strangely. Well, who was the man I mistook for the lunatic?
That was you, wasn't it, Lionel?
Yes, a man came in here when I was alone, attacked me and took my clothes.
Oh, my poor children! What a ghastly experience. Suppose we telephone the police. What do you think?
I think that would be most unwise.
Do you? Why?
Before the receiver had left the hook, your lifeless body would no doubt be falling to the floor.
My dear Mr. Toop, must you express your conjectures quite so melodramatically? My lifeless body. I think, if you don't mind, I feel the need of a little stimulant.
I'll get it for you.
Why do you follow your wife around like this?
I love her.
Most abnormal passion. Penelope, there is something in that.
No, Uncle, there is nothing. It's just a cat.
Cat?
Yes, its tail's sleeping in there. She's slept in there for years.
Then it's time she came out.
Stop him or I shoot.
Uncle, don't open the door.
Why?
Because it might be dangerous.
Dangerous? Why?
Dangerous? Why? Oh, because she's going to have kittens.
Oh, kittens! I love the little things. I wonder how many she'll have.
I'm tired.
Tired. I'm exhausted.
Shall we go to bed?
Yes. Well, certainly not.
The money.
What?
The money.
Okay, well, I'll get you some. Good night, my puppet.
Good night, my puppet.
Just what are you doing in that closet, Your Highness?
I was just going to have a look at the old cat.
I wouldn't do that. She's diddly.
Do you think she's had her kittens?
Cuddle, what? Oh, you're upset. And no wonder with all the frolicking round you've had tonight. Been kind of taken out of yourself, haven't you?
Oh, yes, and the sooner I get put back in, the better.
Would you like Ida to fetch you a nice plate of cold spam?
I would like nothing more than a few biscuits.
They're in the dining room. I'll get them for you.
Oh, don't bother. I prefer to choose them myself.
Not much choice, I'm afraid. We've only got two sorts, old or broken. Now where's he gone? I can't lug this uniform about all night. Mr. What's your name? Corporal, are you out there?
Yes, Ida. Ida, I'm in here. Ida, are you there?
Oh, I thought you'd gone to bed. Oh, the Russian! No.
My name is Humphrey.
Humphrey?
Yes, I'm just the man who's coming in to take the service tomorrow.
Oh, you're an imposter! You've changed your camp and escaped your uniform!
My uniform has escaped me, but I know where it is. It's in the kitchen.
Come back, sir!
I'm sorry, I'm rather in a hurry.
Come back, sir!
Oh, are you Mr. Humphrey?
No, sir, aren't you?
No, I'm too.
You're an imposter!
I beg your pardon, who are you?
I am the Bishop of Lax.
Then it is you who are the impostor, for I happen to know that the bishop is not arriving until tomorrow.
I tell you that I am the Bishop of Lax, and I happen to know that I have arrived tonight! And I happen to wish that I hadn't.
Oh dear, where can Penelope be?
Penelope went up to bed with her husband.
What? Penelope, where are you going?
But you just went up to bed because you were tired.
I have insomnia.
That's no reason Penelope should go for a walk.
Well, he likes you to go everywhere with him, don't you, darling?
Darling, but Penelope.
Oh, Penelope, who is this man?
That's Mr. Humphrey!
meetings. Sit down, everybody! Now then, one of my men found these in the garden just now, the clothes the Russian was wearing when he upped it.
I must speak.
Sit down! Now it stands to reason that if he's got rid of these, he must be wearing a set of clothes that don't belong to him.
If he's wearing any clothes at all.
Shut up! And as these was found in the vicarage garden, it's as likely as not he's wearing a suit of clothes what he's pinched off.
Most probable. I'm so sorry, don't let me interrupt.
I won't. So, what we have to look for is a man dressed like a parson.
Exactly what
A man dressed like a parson. Half a minute! This isn't a parish council meeting.
Excuse me.
Who the hell are you?
I beg yours.
This is my maid, Ida.
Your maid, eh?
Yes, Ida, what is it?
So you're the maid, are you?
Not very quick on the uptake, are you? Can I have a word with you, Mama, alone?
No, you can't. Nobody leaves this room till I give the word.
Why? What's happening?
Never you mind, my girl. Out you go, and thank your lucky stars you're not mixed up in it. Or are you? No, you couldn't be.
Oh, dear. What have you been up to, all of you?
Goodbye, Ida. Here's 10 shillings for you.
But you've written
Oh, don't thank me now. A word of advice before you go. Look at it twice before you spend it. Now, quickly.
Now then, which of you lot is the vicar here?
I am.
I shall repeat my question. Which of you, if any, is the vicar here?
I am.
Blimey! I shall repeat my question just once more. Which of you lot is the vicar here? So you won't talk, eh? Lost your tongues, have ya?
My good sir.
Now then, none of your soft soap.
Go ahead, old boy. Humor him. Call him General. Ask him what he did at Ladysmith.
What did you do to Lady Smith?
What's this? What's this? You two in this together?
Oh, Lord, no.
Is he the vicar here?
No. Are you the vicar here?
You know very well I'm not.
How does he know you're not?
Because he is the vicar here.
I protest. Sergeant, I must say that the obvious way to find out who the vicar is to ask his wife.
Well, there's something in that. Now, Mum, I suppose you are the vicar's wife?
Yes, Sergeant.
Well, which of this lot is your husband?
This is my husband.
What? That is a lie.
Huh?
I tell you, I am my wife's husband. Penelope, have you gone mad? I am the vicar of this parish, and this lady is my wife.
Then why doesn't she say she is?
Penelope, for heaven's sake, tell this man the truth.
Yes, truth will out. That's what I always say. What do you always say?
Shut up!
Oh, notice that.
Your identification card, if you please.
No, I don't carry my identification card in my pajamas.
Defaulter number 1. Your identification card, if you please.
It's in my other suit.
Defaulter number 2. Your identification card, if you please.
So that's Betty Grable. I must have left it at home. Very naughty of me.
Very. Defaulter number 3. Your identification card.
If you please. Believe it or not, Sergeant, I'm the ghost of Hamlet's father. I don't have my identification card.
Defaulter number 4. A comic parson, eh? Well, you don't make me laugh. Your identification card.
Certainly, Sergeant.
Blimey, he's got one. Duke Lionel the Vicarage, Merton cum Middlewick.
You villain! That is my card! That is my my identification card. Those are my clothes. That man knocked me down and took them from me.
Why didn't you say so before?
Because I didn't recognize him, but that card proves it.
That is exactly what happened to me. A man came in here, attacked me, and took my clothes. I told you about it, didn't I?
Oh, yes! Yes!
You low-down, double-crossing bunch of...
Baskets, we know.
You're under arrest! The whole lot of you!
Conflagration! A what? A conflagration! A conflagration! This is the fun one! Dusky Danya! At last! Our leaders have kept their word! The euro will be crushed by the Iron Curtain! So the British Bulldog! The British Empire! The British...
Gaslight and Coal Company!
Gaslight and Coal Company! All shall perish! This is...
No revolution!
No revolution! To Norwich! To Norwich!
Quiet! Cover up!
Stand back! Everyone! Does this thing work?
Hey! You! Run around the garden and see if you can round up any of my men and tell them to come here right away!
Certainly, I'm not very good at running.
Run! What I don't understand is why you didn't tell me who he was right away.
Well, what would you do, Sergeant, with a revolver tickling your ribs?
You mean...
Yes, Sergeant, my ribs.
You dirty commie.
That reminds me, you won't be wanting the housekeeping money now.
No wonder you behave so strangely, darling.
Darling, then you are the vicar here.
Oh, I am.
Oh, glad to meet you. You might ring up the police and tell them we got our bird.
I'll do it.
Come on, Tavarich. Behind the iron curtain.
Give me the police station button, come Middlewick, please.
Are you sure you're all right, darling?
Yes, it was a shock, but I'm okay now.
Oh, I'm so glad. I ought to see who it was ringing the bell.
Is this the police station button, come Middlewick? Back!
Wasn't it?
No, the Odeon Leicester Square. I see these telly people are...
Quickly, before anyone gets here, my uniform!
Well, I told you, it's in the kitchen.
But it isn't, I looked.
Everywhere?
Everywhere!
Well, then let's start all over again at the chest.
The one place we know it isn't. Oh, you darling thing. I've never been so glad to see you before.
Are you all right, yes? I'm fine, thank you. Ina, did you hear the church bells?
Yeah, all right, Ronald.
What do you mean?
Well, he wrote on the 10-bob note, ring church bell.
And the trick worked. The ready man thought it was the signal for the communist revolution.
So that's why you changed his tune.
But speaking of change, I better go in here and get...
No, Uncle's in there. You'd better go upstairs. Oh, and once you've changed...
Jump out of the window. I know. I've got to be out of here as soon as possible.
Are there any more biscuits?
Penelope, it was Ina who...
I won't stay here a moment longer.
Miss Gillen, haven't you gone home yet?
No, I intend to leave your house this instant.
That is the best news I've had all night.
Mr. Toop, you have horrified me. Mrs. Toop, you have merely confirmed the opinion I've always held of you.
Miss Gillen, you may be one of my oldest parishioners, but I will not stand here and let you besmirch my wife's character.
Character?
Yes, she may be a trifle more broad-minded than we
See
are.
my trousers.
Trousers? Surely it is!
What is?
Mrs. Toop's sweetheart!
Really?
What? The soldier in the jeep! And it was you I saw having the rough and tumble with Mrs. Toop! What? Yes, I thought it was you, but it was you! How did you come by these clothes?
Penelope, what does this mean?
Oh, I should like to know what everything means!
Yeah, perhaps you should tell them everything.
Perhaps we'd better. Lionel, darling, sit down. You see, Lionel Clyde.
I'm Clyde. How do you do?
Oh, how do you do?
You see, he's an old friend of mine.
Oh, very old friend.
We toured together
In
in
a
a play called Private Lives.
All one of you at a time, please.
You see, Lionel, after you'd gone out for the evening, Clyde showed up
And
here.
as we were good friends, we thought we would go out together.
And I saw on the Blyther paper that the theater there was playing
Private Lives.
So I suggested we should go and see it.
You see, I haven't seen Penelope until tonight. I'm in the army now, I'm stationed at Walthampton. I was trying to tell the little jeep the other day when I saw him. Well, as we were deciding what we were going to do tonight, Ben saw in the local paper that the local company was playing Private Lives. How far have you got?
Second best suit, where are you?
Private Lives, but I'll catch you up. Of course we have to go see it. But as